one for me. Sugar is a big one for a lot of people. And one of the things that I'm notorious for when I go grocery shopping is I read every single package because of hidden sugars and hidden sodium and stuff like that. How important is it to read food labels?
Okay, extremely important. And a lot of the time I get asked, well, how many calories should I have in a food? Or how much fat should I have in a food? Or, oh, you said it's healthy, but I can't eat it because it has so-and-so calories. Okay, calories are important, but what I care more about, or what's more important, is looking at those ingredients.
Right.
Because you want to know what's in your food, where those calories and where that fat is coming from. Okay, so the number one thing to do is forget about the panel where it shows you all those numbers. Look at the ingredients first. And if there's a long list of ingredients about this long and half of them you can't understand, it's probably not the product for you.
Right, okay.
So you want to look for natural ingredients, and you want to look for, you know, obviously foods that don't have sugar as their first or second or third or anywhere on that label, as a matter of fact. And you want to make sure that it's a good, clean, wholesome food.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely looking at the ingredients is very important. Another thing that you want to look at is serving size.
Okay.
So after you look at the ingredients and you make sure it's a good, wholesome product, you want to look at serving size because a lot of the times it'll show 100 calories or 5 grams of fat or whatever it is, and they're talking about one cookie this big. So, I mean, who's going to eat a cookie that big, right? No one. So if you're going to eat 5 or 6 cookies, you want to know the numbers.
Multiply it by 5, and that's your true number.
Exactly, because a lot of the time we overlook that. We think, wow, it's 100 calories, fabulous, and
you eat the whole box.
You eat the whole box, and then you're down, you know, your whole day's worth of calories. So yeah, you want to be very careful about serving size. Another thing that you want to be really conscious of is sodium.
Okay.
Now, a lot of the time, and as a nutritionist, I really look at wholesome ingredients. So whole, natural foods. A lot of fruits, fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of whole grains, a lot of legumes, you know, and try to stay away from the processed and packaged items.
Right.
If you are going to buy something in a can or something in a box, you want to look at these numbers.
Right.
A lot of the time in the processed foods that we have today, there's added sodium and there's added sugar and there's all these added things, and that's going to contribute. Added sodium is going to increase our blood pressure. It's going to cause a whole host of other you know, issues. It's going to lead to dehydration, and it's just not something that we want to have too much of in our body. So just one comparison is, you know, if you're looking, for example, at a can of chickpeas. So this is just you know, a
generic brand,
grocery store brand of chickpeas, and this brand is actually by Eden Organic, Eden Foods. So it's an organic whole food brand, and the sodium level in sort of the generic brand is 470 milligrams for a half a cup.
Wow,
and
we're
in that
at
one it's
30 milligrams.
30 milligrams, right. So you can see a huge, huge difference. And the reason for that is because in this generic brand, they've added salt into it.
Right.
In that brand, the way that they've actually gotten even 30 milligrams of sodium is by adding kombu.
Right.
And kombu is a seaweed, and it's naturally sodium-based, let's say, but it's also super high in minerals. Gives you the sodium that you need, but not 470 milligrams worth per half a cup.
We're going to get back to the salt and more food and product labels. We've got a call from Susan in Maple. Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for calling.
No
What's
problem.
your question for Shannon?
I'm a mother of 3, and I just find that I'm eating all their sugary cereals in the morning because it's really quick and fast. And I was wondering if she can suggest any healthier alternatives that are also as fast, but just quick, simple, and not so much sugar added.
Yeah, definitely. So there's lots of quick and easy breakfasts that we can make. We don't have to go to those sugary cereals and milk and run out the door. I'll give you a few suggestions. So you can make a bowl of oatmeal. Super high in fiber. You know, it's going to give you energy to get through the day. It's going to help regulate your digestive system. You can top it with a little bit of maple syrup or honey, put some fruit on top, and you're good to go. You can also make a smoothie. I make smoothies every morning. I love smoothies. So you can take, you know, some rice milk or some hemp milk, add some, you know, nut butter, whatever nut butter you choose, almond butter, sunflower seed butter, you know, whatever you like. Throw some seeds in there, hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, fruit, lots of green veggies. You want to make sure that you're getting your greens in for the day, so it's a great way to actually get your greens in. You don't taste them, so you don't taste the bitterness of the spinach.
Good for the kids.
Exactly, and it's amazing for the kids too. You can make a huge sort of blender full of smoothie and give that to your kids as they go out the door. so that they're really, you know, they have their blood sugars managed throughout the day, they're getting their greens in and they're not tasting it, and you know, they really have the energy to start the day.
So we talked about almond butter, and you know, at home it's okay. We can't take nuts to school in almost every school, I think. Could you have toast and almond butter? You
definitely could. So yeah, that was definitely another option. So if you're buying a whole grain toast, so again, you want to be careful. We're not buying white breads, and you also want to stay away from those breads that are labeled whole wheat. And you want to make sure that they're actually 100% whole wheat, that the whole grain is intact, because essentially those breads are just white bread with some added, you know, whole wheat in them, and you know, they make you believe that it's actually a good product for you, and essentially it's not. So make sure you're getting a whole grain product. And yeah, you can spread some sunflower seed butter on it, almond butter, put a banana on top. I like that. Have some fruit with it, and go off to work and school. So those are really, really quick and easy ideas.
Thanks, Susan. We're gonna talk more about cereal after the break, so stay with us, and we're gonna talk again about sugar, salt, reading product labels, all when we come back on In the Know.